Yes, the day has finally come to try out the General Electric RF remote control and matching TV, because the owner of that Stromberg Carlson 21-inch set and airline radios I restored recently expressed a strong interest in this TV. But before I sell it to him, I want to check it out. Now, the guy I got this TV from had been using it, so I know it at least worked in the very recent past, but he didn't have the remote control, so I do not know if this works. Do not know the condition of the picture tube or the circuitry inside. I want to give this a full resto before I let it leave my place. But before I do any of that, I need to get the wheels off of this. Because at some point in the past, somebody put caster wheels on. Although I shouldn't say caster wheels, because as near as I can make out, only the back wheels actually rotate. The front wheels don't seem to turn, and they're fixed so that they're running parallel to the length of the set. Or no, actually, no, sorry, I mean they're running this way. So when I try to roll the set towards myself, it's just dragging. So I'm going to flip this on its side and get those wheels off. They are not original to it. And I'll put some nice felt pads under it so I can move it around more easily. Yeah, as I thought, the rear swivels, but the front are locked going this way. It's fine if you just want to move this TV front to back, but not sideways. I'm pretty sure the guy I got it from said he added them, but this is actually a pretty neat job. I've never seen wheels like this on TV, though. Pretty sure they were added. I'm just curious that this one's kind of painted. This is the inside of the board here. Well, this one doesn't really seem to be, so I don't know. Regardless, I'll take them off. I'll hang on to them. If the new owner wants to put them on, I can certainly do so. This is kind of curious. I don't know what this is. Came down. It's a spring. Don't think that's original to the set. It probably just fell in there at some point in the distant past. Well, we'll hang on to that too in case it comes up during the restoration process. I've taken a couple of the wheels off, and boy, I'm really starting to think these are original, because it doesn't appear to be painted underneath that where that wheel bracket was. And also, the screws used are kind of vintagey type, and very, very well done. Like the distance from the edge to this wheel sure seems to match the distance from the edge to this wheel. And these look like they're pretty old wheels too. Weird, never seen a TV with that installed. It could have been a factory option or something like that. No idea where this set came from before the previous owner had it. Regardless, I have hardwood floors, and these wheels are not coming inside, but I'll certainly hang on to them. Alright, here it finally is inside and plugged in. Now, just like the Predicta TVs of the same era, push on, push off power. I can't tell if it's turned on or not, other than to go up to it, push the button and see what happens. Whoa. Now, I knew this thing had power tuning, but I never actually saw it in operation before. It's kind of crazy. I'm guessing you push one of these. Yeah, looks like it's a bit funky. I imagine it's supposed to stop when it gets there. And it looks like it is cutting out the picture. I'll have to stop on 6. Almost. And you can't really manually tune it. Definitely some funkiness going on there. So close. But anyways, the picture is locked in at least. We do have sound. A nice bright picture. So, cool. Like I said, the previous owner I knew had been using this set, so I pretty well expected it would turn on. Now, how about that remote control circuitry? Well, he certainly never used it and wasn't aware that it was even present. Well, this is the unit down here, which was an option. So it's external to the rest of the TV, and I can see the tubes aren't lit up, but I also noted earlier when I got this set that it was turned off. So let's engage it. See if the tubes will light up. Yeah, they are. Cool. So far, I've gotten it to turn off several times and on just once. So there we go, off. Curious that the transmitter's transistorized, but the receiver is tube-based. Hey there. Just kicked in. Yeah. The reason I'm trying to get it on channel 6 is I should be able to receive something if I can. Let's play around with this a little bit again. Ah, see? Had a little reception there. Should actually have some reception on UHF too. Oh, you can do this manually. No fine tuning. I think the vertical hold, or horizontal hold rather, is on the back. Let's see if we get this thing to lock. Oh, that's better. Let's play around a little with the contrast, brightness. Very cool. Dirty controls. Height's a little bit too much, but hey, not a bad place to start with restoration, that's for sure. And it seems like there's a nice bright picture too. I'll get a tester on it, but I don't anticipate there's going to be any issues with it. This appears to be a UHF equipped set. Stop. Not exactly. But I'm not sure how you tune the UHF. Because if I turn this, it's just going to go to like channel 2 or 13. My other set, I do have another one, very similar, Danish Modern. I've been neglected back here for a while. That has UHF, and it's the outer dial here with numbers on it. So if this really does have UHF, and it seems like it does. Although, you know what? I don't think this does. I'll think about it, because there is no provision in the back for connection to a UHF antenna, just VHF. Playing roulette. And looks like we lost hold again. There we go. I thought about it for a bit, and I think I have this UHF figured out. Forgot that back when this set came out, around 1960, UHF was a very new thing, and few cities had UHF at all, and I imagine even fewer had more than one UHF station. So what I suspect is inside this tuner is one strip for UHF, and you would internally tune it to your local station, and then that's just it. So, you know, say it's channel 44 or something like that. When it gets to UHF, that's what you would get. We'll take a look at the schematic next up and see if that is indeed the case. I found this set in Sam's, set 465, folder 7, I think, dated November 1959. Covers a bunch of different models, including the one that I've got. Here's the schematic. It's got a conventional power transformer, 5V4 rectifier, And similar as I predicted, it's got a few couplets, like this guy, and this guy is basically the things inside the dashed lines. Solid state detector diode. Dual selenium here for the AFC and horizontal. So, pretty similar to the M4 chassis I worked on previously. There's two boards I'll need to pull out and work on. They are not easy to get out. They have stakes and a whole lot of wires wrapped around them. So let's see, there's a VHF tuner and a UHF tuner. Another VHF tuner. VHF, I'll rotate this around. VHF tuner with UHF provisions. I think that's what I've got. Meaning that there's a position on here reserved for a UHF strip or something like that. Maybe not, because I mentioned UHF tuner. Maybe that means you can add an optional UHF tuner. I don't know. Once I dig into the set, though, I'll get it sorted out. And there's a look at what the insides are like. Here's what I wanted to see. So we took a look at the remote control transmitter in a video I did a while ago. Here is the receiver. That's what I wanted to look at. So we got a reversible motor here. I think it's for volume control. And somewhere in here should be a motor for the channel as well. That's the channel motor. And that's the buzzing I heard inside the receiver. Read relay. I've read up a little bit on how these work, and it's kind of weird. They use some kind of resonant read relay gizmo that I guess kind of resonates with the incoming signal after it's detected, and it'll trip one of these 4 relays. Hopefully that's all functioning. It just needs a little tweaking and maybe a recapping to get working right. And then here's an alternate power supply. This will be the one that I've got, with provisions for the remote control. Yeah, so there's that remote on-off switch. Oh, and there's the power tuning motor. Okay, cool. So hopefully this will have all the service info I need to work on this set. So I guess in the next installment I'll pop this thing open, see what we've got inside. Definitely very promising that the TV is working more or less, and the remote is kind of functioning. Should be a fun project.